got it. Okay. We're up and running, I think. So I might try to, what I didn't think about is I don't know how I'm going to monitor the chat because I can't, oh, I guess I could do it on my phone. Hold on. Because we might have questions. I don't know what I'm doing. Hi, friends. Welcome. This is my friend, Jerry.
Hi, everybody.
We're going to get started in just a minute, but I'm really excited because tonight we are just going to talk a little bit about the best ways to have consistent sales, even with your busy life, because Jerry and I both have really busy lives. And so Jerry is the queen of a few things. I'm going to let her share tonight. Some of the things, all of her special tricks, but we're going to get there in 1 second. As soon as I can get my life together and find this video, then I will. My channel, that's where I'm going. Here we are. Oh, Jerry. Nope, sorry. There we go. Okay, so I have chat pulled up. Hi, Cindy. I'm glad you're here. Okay, hold on. There. Now I can watch what y'all are saying and respond. And this is being recorded, so you can come back and watch it later too, or hang out with us tonight. So this is really technically online steps of success, but we're just not broadcasting on Facebook. And here's why. I'm kind of just moving away from it. I have been moving. It's been a slow crawl for a really long time. Ironically, Jerry's going to talk about Facebook tonight, but it's fine. This is the testament to how people run their business so differently. So you're going to go with it. But I'm telling you that because if you want to keep getting updates about when we go live, you want to make sure that you subscribe on YouTube, because I am going to keep going live on YouTube on the regular. So there you go. You have it. Now you know. So I'm Allison Dalkey. I'm so glad that you are here. And again, tonight we're talking all things increasing your sales and working your business in a busy lifestyle. And Jerry is one of my very best friends, like not just Scentsy best friends, but actual real life in-person best friends because of Scentsy. We met on an incentive trip, like how long ago? Oh, I can't hear you. You're muted, Jerry.
We were pregnant with Wyatt and Aiden.
Yeah.
Or just pregnant. Yep.
10 years ago. Almost 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, we've been pregnant at the same time with our last two. We both have 4 kiddos. And we were instant friends from the moment we met on the incentive trip.
I think we're wearing the same necklace. And
we were wearing the same necklace.
Yeah. Era. Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Fun.
So anyways, that we're going to be talking tonight a little bit more about all of those things. But our goal always, every time we go live, is to help you dream big, work smart, change yourself and change the world. And we're going to talk about that tonight too. So this is about really working smart. So this is Jerry Spry. I should have formally introduced her. She is a fellow Superstar director. She lives in a little bitty town out in South Dakota, but I'll let her tell you a little bit about herself. Jerry, why don't you just tell us like a little bit about your life? By the way, I didn't tell her what I was going to ask her. I gave her the general idea of what I wanted her to share, but I didn't tell her what I was going to say. So
Allie's really good about pulling things out of me. So hopefully,
yeah, we'll see what happens.
It'll be great. Okay.
So, tell us about your life and your business, just like the generalities.
Okay. So I am a wife to Joel. We've been married 17 years together for just over 20, I think. And we have 4 kiddos. We have Arlie, who's a freshman in college. That's just crazy to even say out loud still. Then we have Alan, and she is a sophomore and a very busy student and athlete. Then we have Aiden, who is a 3rd grader. And she keeps us on our toes as well. And then we have little Anchor, and he is a kindergartner this year. So we have almost every school division,
stage. Yeah,
every stage, and season with these kiddos. So it's it's a wild ride. And I'm not going to tell you that I have it pat down perfect, but I will talk about my imperfect balance because that's what it comes down to almost every single day. Like Alex said, we live in a very small town. When we moved here, there were 779 on the sign. We brought in 6 and I know another family moved in, maybe one more. So around 800 people, you guys. And I run a very successful Scentsy business through my sales in this small town. And obviously from my sales from all over, but I'm a wannabe homesteader. I am not good at watering stuff. We're getting rain tonight, so I'm grateful that my things are getting watered and they won't die. But that's something that I need to work on fitting into my busy schedule, is making our place just the sweetest little spot on the prairie, because that is one of my life goals and one of my whys of why I do Scentsy is just the freedom to be out here in rural America, living life slowly.
On your terms.
Yes. Mine on my own terms. Yes.
Yeah. So tell them a little bit too, Jerry, about you are in the process of also sort of buying another business right now.
I am. Yes.
What's that look like and how's that looked for your business, your Scentsy business?
We are, we treasure the spot that we are in, and a business opportunity arose, something that I've never been interested in, didn't even know anything about it up until about a year ago, but it's title insurance. And one of the things that I really want to protect about this treasure of a town that we're in is not for big corporate America coming and taking another business from small America. So it's my dream to own this company in the next probably 6 months to get that started and taken over. But it's almost a full-time job learning a new skill, so that my hope is that when I own the business, I can hire some mamas that live out in the country that send their kids to school and only need a few hours of work a day to be partners with me in that. So yeah, it's been crazy running a house, running kids, running a full-time Scentsy business, and then learning a new skill and learning how to run a title office. So it's been a wild 15 months, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. But one of the things that I think is interesting that I've watched from afar you do is I've really seen your business thrive even in this really, really busy season for you. And I'm going to guess, and I want you to correct me if I'm wrong, I'm going to guess that it actually has to do with the kind of when you go into, because Jerry was stay-at-home mom before, working her Scentsy business full time. And then, and then got into learning this new industry basically. And I would imagine that constraint on your time was actually a good thing. Can you tell us what that was like for your business?
100%. When I was there's so many distractions that can happen when you are home. So, my husband works from home. There's laundry at home. There's always thinking of the next thing to do. There's always dishes to do, whatever. And when I said yes to the title office opportunity, it was also saying yes to a healthy rhythm. And I was really excited about that. And you guys, sometimes it was just getting up, getting dressed, getting out of my house, and then only allowed certain times that I could waste during the day. And then it was just the other week, I was thinking back, like, man, I have wasted so many probably years of my life scrolling and sitting and doing whatever when I was that work at home person. And we are made for so much more. We have so much more in us than we give our every single day. So when we have that healthy rhythm throughout our day, things go so much smoother, and you find so much more success when you have margin around the things you're learning or doing.
Yeah. Oh, I just lost your video, Jerry. Okay, you came back. That was your fault. I love that. And I'm going to come back to a couple things that you said later. I hadn't planned on asking you this, but you kind of brought it up. And I had another Superstar director message me about this today. She's actually on my team page and saw me go live on my team page, which is not on Facebook, by the way, which I've mentioned a million times. But she said, you look so pretty and tell me about your morning routine. And I was like, well, honestly, my biggest goal every day. And I still am at home all the time. And it's a struggle sometimes. Like I kind of envy you have to get up and go, you know?
Like,
Yeah.
ready to go.
But one of my goals has definitely been I have to get dressed every day because it's
Oh,
so easy to stay in your leggings and stay in PJs and right. And just do the things. But I have found that I'm so much more productive when I get up and get dressed and on a really saucy day, put on lipstick, you know, and go about.
Brush your teeth.
Jerry always has the best earrings. I just want you to know. But she was specifically asking, she has littles at home, 2 littles, pregnant with a third. And I remember those days. We both were in the middle of growing businesses in those days. What advice do you have for mamas who are home trying to balance littles at home and running and growing this business? Like, what would you say to them?
I think one, you have to learn how to cut the fluff. You have to realize what is fluff in your business and we call them IPAs. It's not just a beer. It's an activities that you do to grow your paycheck. And there are going to be some things like I remember spending so much time thinking, overthinking, overanalyzing how I was going to package my bags. Done is better than perfect. And just to have small systems in place that only cover sales, sponsoring, and leadership if you're a leader. Those are the only things that you need to worry about. If your office gets to be a mess. If you focus on those things. Another thing is block scheduling, learning where you're most productive during your day. I'm not a morning person. I'm probably never going to be a morning person. I have tried, but I'm also not a night owl anymore. I used to have my best work from 9 to midnight, and that doesn't work.
We're too old for that now.
Yeah, I'm too old for that. I need some sleep. So I've just found that mid-mornings, mid-afternoons are my on time. So that means that I have to do the things that are taking up mental space first thing in the morning. So if I'm most productive in the afternoon, that's when I like to work out. I'm an afternoon worker outer. And that's been new to my schedule. So I've even fit that in after 10 years of not working out. I do any of my leadership calls, any coaching with my team, anything that's team or customer related in the afternoon, because I know that that's my best. So in the morning, in order to create my best, I have to, one, get my Bible, have a plan for my day, have my list ready to go. So I know the things that I need to work on during my on time. And I think just staying on track and not losing sight of the things that really matter, you can let the other crap go and stop scrolling. It doesn't help to scroll.
Yeah. Especially today. I just feel like it keeps getting worse and worse. And yeah, I feel like.
And I business almost fully on Facebook. So I understand how it can be a little trap, but you just have to have discipline. So Atomic Habits, is it James Clear? Atomic Habits?
Yes.
Talk about habit triggers. So like I'm doing my Bible time while I'm brushing my teeth sometimes. I am making my to-do list as the coffee is being, made. So I've created these habits, things that I was doing already, but productive things in those habits. So just doing the things that matter and cutting out, giving yourself grace and cut the other stuff out. You don't need it.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to really quickly say hi to Amy and Courtney and Cindy again, who are watching live. And there's some more of you, but those are the ones who have said something. So
Hi,
I just wanted to say hi to them. So, okay. I want to get to the good stuff. Talk to me. I have just watched you literally crush some Facebook parties. Like I'm asking rhetorically and not rhetorically because I'm asking because I already know the answer. And I think everybody else does because they're already led there, but where are you getting the majority of your PRV? What's that look like for you?
So right now, the majority of my PRV, I've always been, I've had really, really supportive customers throughout my 13 years with Scentsy. Some still come back. I've lost a few because I didn't know how to service them well in different seasons of my life. And now they're coming back. So not only are they coming back, I'm encouraging them to have parties. And I had set a goal a month or two ago that I turned 40 in February. That's a big time in a person's life. And I said, if I'm going to reach my financial goals and I'm going to reach my Scentsy goals, I'm going to find 40 hostesses to have parties before I turn 40. I am over halfway there in the month and a half I've started. It's ridiculous. So the majority of my sales currently are coming from Facebook parties. And if you've heard of the Visly app or are doing that already, you'll understand how seriously easy it is to create a template, use it for every single party during a catalog season. I don't think people get sick of it because I have some of the same customers interacting on each party, and it's the same exact party, just a different host. So when people call me, I need some 6-pack of wax. Okay, that's great. Do you know of any friends? Let's just throw it on Facebook, and maybe they'll want to order something and you guys could place your order together. So I don't even call them parties. I call them scent socials. Like, hop onto Steph's Scent Social and let's just chat about all things Scentsy. And at the end of the week, you can place your order and support her. And it's working, you guys. It feels like I haven't even worked on sales this month, and I'm at 1871 PRV. I just checked before we jumped on. So almost at 2000 PRV. And it doesn't feel like it even pushed product or have been sales.
And it's the 12th.
And it's the 12th.
Yeah.
And so I've been a consistent 2000 month PRV person. I just like that extra $100 bonus. That's guilt-free money that I can use for whatever or go towards my financial goals, right? But when I changed those 2000 PRV consistent sales into parties, last month I had just around 6,000 PRV. And it didn't feel like work. It was just a system I had set in place based on the helpful Scentsy consultants that share on the Visly group page, created a template that was going to work, and I let it do the work for me. This allows me more headspace, mental space to be following up on those parties. Hey, how are you liking your goodies? What did you think of the fragrance flowers? Do you want to try a sample of the new scent of the month? So if you're not doing hello,
I will go. Okay, go. I'll come in just a second.
So yeah, turning those consistent sales into parties has been super beneficial for me.
So how is that also 6,000 PRV a month is crazy. And so many people would say like, there is no way that I could do that, but it's I don't want to say easily because it takes work and you've had to say the right things and ask the right people and be willing to be bold enough to say, hey, why don't you, I love, you said like, why don't we put an order together with your friends? Even that phrase right there is really, really powerful.
Right.
It's not this party and whole thing. It's just a simple system, like you said, where you're benefiting your host and you're also increasing your sales and increasing your customer base, which is the key to this whole thing long-term anyways, right?
Yeah. And I'll tell you guys,
okay,
I just in the mail this blanket, and what is it? This?
Yeah, mug.
I have $200 parties, and I'm like, like if you ask a few more friends, since he's sending these for free this month, I've had like 2 or 3 of them just in this last week. I'm closing 2 more out tonight, so 1,000 more PRV tonight of 2 hostesses that want this blanket and this mug. I'm like, okay. And that's when free shipping happens. So I make it a 3 for you. Get a blanket, an awesome original classic curve Scentsy mug, make it cool. And then
free shipping. Yeah.
And oh my gosh, okay, I'm going to go ask 4 more people.
Yeah.
Well, then my goal, obviously, is the 4 more people that probably aren't customers of mine anyway. The follow up in 3 weeks. Hey, so-and-so, your friend hostess just had this much. Do you want to try it?
Yeah, it's so good. I want to ask you so obviously your PRV is high, super high. How is that translating to recruits for you? What's that look like?
Yeah. So in August, I had 3 personal recruits. And there's been years, you guys, that I've had 1 or 2 recruits in a year.
Yeah.
Recruiting, sponsoring is not easy for me. Obviously, in a small town, people think that, oversaturated, whatever. It's not true. I hate that word. It's not true. Anyway.
Obviously not true when you're selling 6,000 PRV a month. Yeah.
Right. And
yeah.
Half of that PRV comes from my small town of 800 people. And I know that there's 5 or 6 other consultants here, 2 or 3 probably actively working their businesses. So, I mean, it's crazy. So a teacher up at the school wanted to have a party. Hers got to 500. Hey, we were having the free shooting star kit, I think, at the time in August. It doesn't make sense not to join. I don't understand why you wouldn't. And she's like, okay, sign me up. Let's do it. And now she's hit certified, and she, it's just sharing. And I'm asking, and I'm not pressuring, but I'm showing them the benefits of it for them, not the benefits for me.
Well, the other thing that you're doing is you're modeling a system that works, that isn't incredibly time consuming, and that is generating actual income, right?
If people can look at this crazy mess most of the time and be like, oh my gosh, if she can do that, I can do.
Oh, listen, I did that. Oh, I did a holiday unboxing today of our holiday collection. I was such a hot mess on the video. At one point I was like, look, listen, I say this all the time, but if I can do this, anybody can, because I am a mess.
Yes.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Talk to me a little bit about your hosts, how you coach your hosts, because I know that one of the most important things when it comes to a Facebook party, especially, is really just any party you do, how interactive and engaged your host is. So how do you get the buy-in and the engagement from your host?
I just don't overcomplicate it. Hey, I'm going to set up your page. And you know what I think the hostesses like more, like a lot, is seeing their page on a beautiful banner on the top of a party page. I don't know what the deal is, but they're like, oh, that looks so pretty. I just want to say, okay, then save it. And I'll make you another one if you want to have another party. Anyway, I'll send Allie the template of what I use for that. I use the Over app, and I just changed out seasonally, and they love the look. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I don't overcomplicate it. Hey, I'm going to set the page up. You're going to invite your friends, and you're just going to interact. That's all there is to it. I'll take care of all the hard stuff. If people bring you orders, just text them right to me. You don't even have to be the collector of money. They can Venmo me. It's not a big deal, and they're like, oh my gosh. So when they can get a box full of stuff for $65,
yeah,
don't you think they're going to do that every 6 months? It's a no-brainer. I've made it completely easy, and it's easy on me too. I don't even know how this didn't click to me a year ago. I'm just excited how this system is.
So I have a question online. Courtney says, she's asking, did you say that you do a live video in your parties or not? Nope. No live video.
In fact, I have one there that says, I want people to guess how many warmers are in my house, how many Scentsy products I use in my house. And I think it's 84. So if you're watching and you're a customer of mine, probably not, but you've got the answer. 4 different products. I'm talking shower, the shower gels, all the body wash, all the things. And then I say, if I can get so many likes, like 20 likes or something, and this is me just checking engagement, is it worth my time to go live for a half hour showing my house to people who aren't engaged in the party anyway? No. So if I can get engagement in the party, I'll go live and I'll spend 10 minutes showing off how I use my warmers, how I store my laundry stuff, how I whatever, So that would be the only time that I would go live, and I don't do it unless there's already engagement in the party.
So how often do you think you do that?
I've done it once.
Okay. So she's done it once.
But this just goes to show you that people aren't really there for entertainment. They're there to shop product. Yeah. Most of our people know and love our product, get excited when they see, like, I had no idea that you had cleaning stuff. I had no idea about these fragrance flowers. and they're excited about those. They just want to go in and shop. They don't care how I'm using it. They just want to be told how to use it.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on one second.
And I'm grateful for that, you guys, because there's a lot of mess going on at the Spry Casa a lot of the time. And then I would have to clean up before I went live. And it would just be a whole thing.
It's not super practical.
Videos.
Okay, sorry. I was making sure that Miss Lucy was taken care of. Okay. So I love this. How did you get started?
With what?
With Facebook parties. Like,
Facebook.
Like when you decided, okay, I want to try this, what was the first thing that you did?
I just asked some of my customers. I mean, I have ladies that buy $100 or $200 a month and stuff. Hey, it doesn't make sense for you just to be giving me all the hostess credits. Why don't you try it? Oh, and here's how. Oh, let me go look on, I think it was Expo this year that kind of told me about the Visley Facebook group page for SFR Expo. Found the notes in there, joined the page, kind of lurked around, overthought, overanalyzed,
right.
Stalled out, didn't do anything. I was like, you know what? Enough's enough. Create a freaking template and make it work for you. You've spent too much time. You know this is going to work, so just do it. Created it, did it, shared it with my team. They're doing it. And it's just simple. So then so I was thinking 40 parties, back to my 40 party goal. What am I going to do to get 40 parties? This is what I did. I took the deluxe diffuser, the $65 deluxe diffuser, and I played a game on my VIP page. And I said, number 1 through 20, just pick a number. So I had probably 45 people comment a number. They had no idea what they were numbering, but I would reply to each individually, hey, if you have a $250 party, you can get this deluxe diffuser for $16 because I chose the number 16. They're going out and getting sales for me. I'm starting a Facebook page for them. It's not hard on my end. Yeah, I might be out a few dollars, especially for the ones that said like $1, $2, $3. So they're paying $3 towards the perpetual half price item of a $32.50. So I might be paying $30 out of pocket for some of them, but I'm gaining 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 new customers that I plan letting this be a ripple effect. So but then every single one of them, none of them stopped at a $250 party because they want these and free shipping. People do not want to pay for shipping. They want it free. So I say, okay, you're halfway there already. Go find a few more friends. It's not that hard. I'll give it 3 or 4 more days. They go out, people, they get free shipping, a cup, a mug, and $75 worth of product. And a lot of them are using then their half price items for the purifier. So that's really getting them, so about 500, they have all 3 half price items to use. They're getting their purifier and they're stoked.
Yeah. This is just a logistical question. How important, and what have you seen your teams, you've shared a template, how important do you think it is that you really personalize a Visley template, or do you think it really matters?
It really does matter, because the first time I started using Visley templates, I just kind of took one off the Visley page and was like, all right, I'm just going to plug this in, change my name, my picture, whatever. People don't connect with you. They want to get to know you. How are you using this product with your family? What does your family look like? What is your interest? And so we go to the buddy clips. I took a picture of my kids walking to school. I'm in my little mommy van in the spaceship, roll the window down, snap a picture out, and we've got Groot, the buddy Groot, and Minnie Mouse or whatever still hanging off their backpacks as they walk into school. I'm showing people that this is how Spry's use Scentsy products. And this is who we are. Busy family. They always see me in my car. I don't take photos from other people. I might use some stock photos that Scentsy has just to really showcase products, but most of the photos are coming from me. And in every single description, whether I'm talking about the flowers or the cleaners, I'm telling how I use it, not just other people's words. If people know me, they know that I use the word goodies a lot. I don't call it Scentsy products, it's Scentsy goodies. So people would know if I was saying, get your Scentsy products from whatever, they know that that's not me. So using your template to match who you are and share why you love the products, I think is vital. I've seen increase in engagement on the Facebook parties and also in sales because they know that it's me, you know?
Yeah. So how long did it take for you? I'm guessing that you took a template that somebody had, or at least the general idea of one. And then
I copy pasted. I put that template in there, tweaked it, and then added my own photos.
Yeah. And changed words, right?
100% changed the words. So like I went through every sentence, and I don't like misspellings. You can't steal people's work and expect it to be grammatically correct. You have to go through, read word for word, you know, making it be like it's coming out of your mouth, like it's coming out of your heart onto the screen.
How long did it take you to originally like edit a template and get it done?
2 hours. Really?
And then you've been using it for how long?
I will use it from August 1st through the end of, was it January? End of January? Our catalog changes in February.
Yeah.
Or however. Yeah. I'll use it for the whole season. The whole season. And sometimes I've had one lady host twice. And she's like, oh, I didn't know. I'm like, it was on your party last time. I didn't change anything. You just weren't paying attention.
That's amazing. So a couple other logistical questions. How long is your template? How long do your parties run?
I'm pretty sure it starts a day before, and then it's a 7-day, covers all of the categories of products we have. And then one follow-up day, I think. So it takes about 10 total days. Okay.
And from the time you book a host to like getting her set up and all of that, like really, how long do you think it, like if I were your host, you're setting up their groups that day?
Yeah. Because I want her excited. She just told me that she wants to have a party. I don't want to wait 3 or 4 days to start the party, because now she's thinking about something else. If you're like me, you're thinking about something else. You are living in the moment. You're living in the day. And don't tell me what I have 3 days from now. I just want to know what's going on today and tomorrow. That's all I can hold at one time. And so my hostesses are like that too. I just can assume that my hostesses would be the same. And so because I have that template on my Over app, and I can just go in and say, Brandy sent social, Caitlin sent social. I mean, it is so easy. I go create a private group. I don't do events on Facebook. I do group. And the reason that I do groups, I've heard this a while ago, and it's so true. When a hostess joins, when you flip that host into a new team member, that then can become their VIP group. It's got all of the products, all the descriptions, everything that they need for their VIP group to start off. So if they've got 27 people, their business now has 27 customers, and it belongs to them.
Yeah.
So then I make my banner that says Sky's VIP group. And then that's just my gift to them. Like, here, I've just handed you your VIP page. Now it's your job to keep it going. That day. So I say, I'm gonna set up the group page. I want you to start inviting people. And in that, it takes 10 minutes to link up your business page, which you have to do via Visly now. You have to link it to your business page, and your business page doesn't even need to be active. You just need to have it linked to a business page. And then upload the Visly code, add them as a third-party app, hit go, and within 10 minutes, that party's alive, active, ready to start the next day.
Yeah, that's great.
All it has to do is invite.
Do you give any guidelines on how many people they need to invite?
Oh, I tell them. Sorry, just my bare leg showed. So now you guys know that I'm wearing pajamas on the bathroom. Anyway,
Could be wearing jean shorts. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I don't want them inviting everybody. Like Grandpa Larry's probably not going to be super stoked about being invited to a party. Like he's just be upset and then tell Grandma Linda to get off of the Facebook party. So just people that you think already know and love Scentsy, or someone who you would invite into your home. Because basically I'm trying to create an intimate setting that replaces the home party. I love home parties, you guys. I love being around women. I love charcuterie boards and wine. I love all those things. I just have zero capacity for that in my life in this season right now because our schedules are just so full. So this is the replacement for home parties. So to create an intimate setting, I try to tell them like no more than 40 people. Would you invite 40 people into your home? That's a lot. That's a lot of charcuterie meat.
Yeah, that's a lot of meat.
Yeah.
And wine. If they all show, right?
Right. If they all show.
Okay, I had another question for you. Oh, okay. I'm just trying to think as like if I had never done this, what would my questions be? What's it look like when you're closing out? Are you reaching out to everybody who is engaged? Are you like, what's that look like?
So I actually in the template, it just says, hey, if you want to place an order, today's the day, and here's how to do it. Get a hold of your host or get a hold of me, make it super easy. I don't handhold people through the purchasing process. Either they're ready to buy or they're not. And I don't ever want someone to feel pressure from me from asking for that purchase. I'm coming back. My phone's just trying to tell me it's low. Anyway, I'm not. I am high. It can be low. And then, I forgot what we were talking about.
We're talking about closing out,
and then, so I don't ask for the order. I also have them text the word insiders to me if they want to be a part of my VIP group. This is where I can share like those 1 through 20, things like that. So I'm getting a feel off of the engagement. So if somebody says insiders to me, they text me and they haven't ordered yet, then I'll follow up with them because they're showing engagement. And no, I just ask the hostess, hey, have you followed up with everybody? Leave it on them because really they're the ones reaping the rewards. They're the one getting the box of stuff for pennies, Yeah.
Then when the party's over, what happens to that group if that person doesn't join?
If that
host
person, then I just try to kind of recognize who were my involved people. So like the other day, Glenda was super involved in a party. She ordered. Guess what I'm going to ask in about 4 or 5 weeks to host a party. So I just have this master list of who I think would be great party hosts. And so Glenda's name goes there. So she doesn't get forgotten. Now, Jennifer, if she was just in the page, not liking anything, she doesn't probably know me. I don't know her. There's no relationship that's been built. She just kind of
was there.
I don't know. I just invest in the people who are giving you the investment of time.
Yeah.
Because I could have lists of a ton of people, but then I would feel like I was cold messaging them, and that's just not my style.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's so important to be authentic to who you are and what feels right to you. Mm-hmm. It's so easy to hear someone say, this is what you should do. But then you have this gut feeling of like, I don't know. Like I always ask myself, like, would I want someone to approach me that way? Right.
And I would not. I'm a 9. And so that feels like confrontation to me.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, no, I'm out.
Yeah. You're scaring me. This feels like pressure. Okay. I have one question and then we're going to close up and finish up here. Cindy says, do you have them post posts on their party? So Cindy, I'm guessing you're talking about the host. Do you have the host post posts on their party? Share posts on their party?
I don't. They could. I mean, if they're excited and want to share, I don't see why they couldn't, but I just don't.
Yeah.
Again, I'm making it super easy for my customers.
Right.
Or for my hostesses. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Jerry, you said like 1 million amazing, like snippety things. I'm just gonna have to make a giant list of all the really brilliant things you said.
I like saying brilliant things. This is fun. I like being told I say brilliant things.
You said a lot of brilliant things, like healthy rhythms. We are made for so much more. Cut the fluff. IPAs are not just a beer. I mean, I have lots of lists of all your brilliant things. So,
hooray.
So I'm so glad that you said yes to hanging out with me tonight. And that's what friends do. And also she's just like, whatever, you don't scare me. You can't ask me anything I don't know the answer to because you're brilliant.
Well, thank you. You make a girl feel good.
I do have a question. Do you have a template that you'd be willing to share with us as long as we promise to personalize and make it our own? Because
and that's just the thing, because Bizly and Facebook will flag it as spam if you do not change the photos, if you don't change the wording, if you don't. So I will share that with Allie, and then she can look it over, make sure it's worth sharing with you. But I don't mind doing that at all.
I mean, I think 6,000 PRV proves that it's a pretty good template. Pretty good template.
And remember, I got this template from somebody and I've just tweaked it to be mine.
Let me ask you this. How many times have you tweaked it? Did you just first run, you were like, oh, that worked good? Is that how it worked?
Yep. Well, that was my second template that I created.
Okay.
Off of the original. So, first one, I just copy pasted and it didn't go over well because people weren't getting to know me. They could have seen that on a Scentsy commercial, Right. I don't want to be a commercial. I want to create community.
I know that I've seen some Bizly templates and it's like the wording is like straight from the training guide, which you and I made a template one time that was like that.
Yes, it was.
Not that long ago.
Just the facts.
The facts. And and you guys, I was just saying this, I was making a video for our 60-day challenge that we're doing starting next week. And I was saying this today, it is so vital that you understand that failure is just a part of this business. And not that Jerry and I using the training guide as wording template was failure. It just didn't work. And instead of saying, well, forget that entirely, it's continuing to grow and change and look at, okay, well, why didn't that work? And ask yourself the hard questions and then tweak and move things from there. So you're going to do things that don't work sometimes. That's okay.
People don't necessarily want the facts. They want the feels. Write that one down.
Oh, that's a real good.
I'm pretty punny today.
You really are.
Use the facts to create the feels. There you go. Use the
facts
to create the feels, because it's important that people know how to use our products and why our products are different. But they could read that on a billboard. But
they need the personal part.
They need the personal,
the story.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. Use the facts to create the feels. You heard it here, friends. Put it on the billboard.
I'm not even drinking water.
Look at you. You're crushing it. Well, Jerry, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Allie.
I'm going to have you back as you crush more things. So
working on building community in my team.
Okay.
That's next. That's my next goal.
Up next for her next trick.
Yes.
Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for everybody who's watching live right now with us or later. I hope this was helpful to you and hope you learned something. So we'll be sharing more information and some templates and whatever. I am really seriously going to make a list of all the amazing things Jerry said, just if you want the snippets of our conversation.